Ghana is recording good results with the fight against malaria. Over the last decade, between 2000 and 2013, mortality rate from malaria has reduced significantly from 14.5% to 0.6% out of every 1,000 admissions. A program officer at the National Malaria Control Program, James Frimpong, tells Capital News that 30% of all hospital admissions in Ghana can be attributed to malaria.
And in the year 2000, when 1,000 children were admitted due to severe malaria, about 150 died, which means that about 850 would be saved. As at last year, 2013, if 1,000 children of the same age category are admitted for the same condition, severe malaria, 996 of those children would be saved, which is a drastic improvement. That means that the case fatality has dropped from 14.5 in the year 2000 up to about 0.6 in the year 2013.
The Deputy Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Gloria Kwanzaa, says the impact on the economy is huge, noting that there is the need for proper environmental management to reduce the incidence of malaria.
Malaria is it affects productivity. Now, what I wanted to also tell you is the impact of the environment on malaria and the galamsey. It has been shown that galamsey is causing a lot of problem. Illegal mining. They create a lot of there's a lot of water bodies created from the galamsey, which are a breeding site for mosquitoes. So that's also, apart from degrading the environment, it's also causing diseases like malaria. So it has a big economic impact.
The Greater Accra region recorded the highest number of fire outbreaks in 2013, with a total of 1,464, followed by the Ashanti region with 1,074. 66 people died with 62 injuries. The Public Relations Officer of the Fire Service, Prince Billy Anaglate, told Capital News that investigations into some of the fires have been completed. He noted that until a holistic approach is adopted to fight the fire menace, Ghana will continue to be at the mercy of these fire outbreaks.
We talk of market fires and their reports as to whether there is any conclusive maybe outcome of some of these. Yes, we severally talk about Medina market fire, where our investigation revealed that somebody left fire in an oven that has caused a Medina market fire. We talk about Malam market fire, where we investigated to know that there was electrical fault in one of the electrical gadgets that have been used in the market that has also caused it. We talk about Abubulushi market fire. That was a result of unattended sources of candle that somebody used that has caused it. We talk of the same Abubulushi market quite recently, that it was somebody who was using a gas cooker and they had an explosion for wrong usage, and that has also caused those ones. And we talk about a few of those market fires. But in all, if you look at our markets, if we really want to prevent fires in our markets, then we need to have a holistic approach. We need to have all stakeholders contributing their quota to this fire outbreak. We need to have the custodians of the market, that are the assemblies, to have a bigger role to play as a stakeholder. We also need to have the investors themselves, the market men and women in the markets, also have a bigger role to play. Until all this is done effectively, I think we will continue to have some of these fires in the markets.
2013 saw 5,489 fire outbreaks across the country. The Deputy Registrar General has been educating Ghanaian business owners about the difference between filing of annual returns and tax returns. A number of new business owners failed to file their annual returns with the Registrar General's department, explaining that they have not carried out any business during the year under review. But Deputy Registrar General Mrs. Jemima Owari says filing of annual returns as a requirement for renewal of business operating license is different from filing of tax returns to the Ghana Revenue Authority. According to her, whether businesses have engaged in any profit-making venture or not, they are required to file their annual returns with the Registrar General's department to facilitate renewal of their operating licenses.
Every company is supposed to file their annual returns 18 months after incorporation and then yearly after that. This annual return is normally misunderstood by most businesses because they think that filing an annual return means you must be doing business or tax returns. Now, the annual return itself is a separate booklet which the department requires our directors, secretaries, shareholders to fill out, auditors to fill out, to give us the current information on the company. This is accompanied by audited accounts, which is normally prepared by the chartered accounting firm, which are the auditors of the company. So there are two separate things. Filing your tax returns in GRA is separate from filing your annual returns with RGD. Now they mix up the two and so always say that we've not done business, we've not done anything. No problem. You've not done business. You still need to file an annual return to tell us who your current directors are, to let us know who your current shareholders are, to let us know whether your registered business has changed or whether your objects have changed, because the company is like a living being. It's like an entity and changes take place. So you have to file that annual return every year, about 18 months after incorporation, then yearly, to let us know what has happened in the company. If you've not done business, no problem. The chartered accountant would file what we call a nil return. Yeah, they'll file a nil return because you've not carried on any business. But that shouldn't stop you from filing your annual return.
The Registrar General's department has embarked on an exercise to improve upon their services. In the past, prospective business owners could spend months waiting for their businesses to be registered. Some business owners applauded the improved service delivery of the Registrar General's department.
Now it's better than before. Yeah, though there was few challenges here and there, but it's better.
Well, compared to previous years, I think now it's good. I went to, I think the first day I came here, I have to go for the Tindama. And then it was done the same day, and I was told that I will receive a text message, which I didn't. But I came here on my own to verify. When I came, it was ready. Then I tendered in my forms. So where I find difficult was the vetting stage, because it was very, very difficult with the names that I brought, which sometimes somebody has even used it. So I have to craft my own word that can be my registration. So I did that, and then I was told that the next 2 weeks I can come here for the certificates.
Hundreds of Ghanaian workers today join their comrades throughout the world to celebrate May Day. It is a day set aside to celebrate the contribution of workers towards the development of the global economy, as well as review the conditions of service of the worker. In Ghana, organized labor organized a parade at the Independence Square to commemorate the day. The Secretary General of the Trades Union Congress delivered a speech on behalf of organized labor. In his speech, Brother Kofi Asamoah charged the president to show quality leadership which will take Ghanaians from poverty to prosperity. Brother Kofi Asamoah denounced the plans by government to build a free port at Atuabo in the central region. Responding to the concerns of organized labor, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, called for greater effort to improve the channels of communication between government and organized labor. President Mahama stated that government and labor are allies and the two must ensure they work effectively to develop the nation. He noted that institutions and structures to fight corruption are being strengthened to nip the canker in the bud. President Mahama commended the workers for their contribution to the nation's development. The theme for this year's celebration is Ghana's economy, a concern for all. Can you walk comfortably into a pharmacy and purchase a condom over the counter? Or you are those who will get to the pharmacy and begin to scratch your head because you are shy to ask for a condom? You remember the resistance to the usage of condom when it was first introduced into the system some 30 years ago. Well, we decided to hit town to find out whether people still would not use condoms during sex.
The youth are misusing the condoms. They are taking it for granted. They think condom is safe, but meanwhile, it's not for teenagers. It's for the adults, 18s and above. But nowadays, you find 16-year-old children using condom, and it's not advisable. I'll sleep raw without using condom. I don't enjoy condom.
In my perception, I think condom use is very essential because it helps prevent STDs like AIDS, syphilis, and so on and so forth. And I don't think young people like condoms because they would say if you are eating toffee, you don't eat it with a rubber. You take off the rubber, so they like to go raw. And me, in person, I don't like condoms.
If only we have done a test on it and I know you are safe, fine. I'll accept the fact that we can go raw. But if I'm telling you to go by the rules and regulation, has to have the test or anything of that sort, and then you don't want to give me the idea about that, then it means you have the infections and you don't want to tell me.
I'm always prepared. I have condoms in my room that whenever I want to have sex, I have to use it.
Winners of Capital TV's first promotional show have been presented with their awards. The winners sent text messages to the station's May Day special program, which was dedicated to workers across the world. The first winner was Akwesi Frimpong of Wa, all the way from the Upper West region. The presentation was done by Sena Atoklu, who noted that the award should go a long way to motivate Mr. Frimpong and his friends to continue to watch Capital TV as more innovative promotions are rolled out as the days go by.
Congratulations for being our first winner of the May Day special production that we undertook yesterday. We hope that this will motivate you enough to continue to watch Capital Television.
Akwesi Frimpong, who was elated at the award, noted that initially he wasn't too sure about the genuineness of the initiative until he saw the items on display.
Thank you very much for this wonderful award. Very much pleased, and even more than a word pleased. I didn't expect anything like this. I thank Capital TV, and I hope more of this will come even